Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
Records, are you mad?
What else? Yeah, me I no go kiss and tell baby. Shush. When him says I will show me one. Say ya, now me feel it, other me say so me high, now I saw me high. Say ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Say ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Why ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Say ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Why ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Turning my cards for you. Cause true love just make a color. I have nobody else but you. If you move, girl, I go for love. Say now what to me, what's so who you know? Mami boy, if you say who do it, I'm better. So me saying the assault, yanko. Prison, who do it, loco. Farmer, say ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. Why ya, mami feel it, other me say farmer. Say ya, now me feel it, other me say farmer. What else? Why ya, mami feel it, other me say farmer. You for the give me everything, I no go fit settle for less. Me friend when I'm on fire, me feeling depressed. But I share my queen when I check in the space you possess. Won't believe it that you for put me to a test. Yes. Forward on mommy for me release the stress. Me I mean him said yeah make a candidate you seen it before. Say no channel honey mommy feeling the more. Can't have me go back with me wouldn't share me side the good down. Say my say man yeah me long. Chilling on the beach.
Alright, so this one is titled Fat Mommy. And it features Sarkodie on this one. Beautiful song indeed. And I hope that we're making your morning because it's a wet, Wednesday morning. It's going to be raining throughout the whole day. And so this is going to keep you company. We'll be bringing to you more, beautiful tunes during the day as well on Metropolitan Mix, on, the waves, and of course on Drive Time on Love 99.5 FM. Well, as I speak, I have with me Randy Wilson. Now, Mr. Randy Wilson is head of K.M.A. Urban Transport Department. I also have Al-Asbat Al-Hassan Sidi. He's PRO, Pragya Okada Drivers Union, Ashanti Region. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, they're here because of one simple thing. And it is that the K.M.A. has rolled out what it calls the Transportation Reorganization Program, which seeks to, enforce bylaws on vehicular movement in the CBD and other places under K.M.A.'s jurisdiction. Now, it has to do with K.M.A. working on unapproved bus terminals, unauthorized time of loading and offloading of goods by shop owners in town, plus restriction of tricycles to the CBD are all being enforced. Now, earlier during my introduction, I used the same word, restriction. Apparently, it's not a restriction of movement of tricycles in the CBD. It is an absolute total ban. Tricycle operators or riders or drivers are banned from, getting to the CBD. But the unfortunate thing is that the enforcement has been met with some, resistance, one of which led to a standoff between, city authorities and tricycle riders yesterday, Tuesday, where warning shots were fired, and stones being thrown, at security persons, plus some arrests made. So looking at what, is happening, and we had this conversation, part one, last Tuesday, where Randy was with us in the studios and told us what this transportation reorganization is all about, and it has to do with congestion in the CBD, and the K.M.A's intends to rid the city of all the congestion. Today we want to have part two, and we want to see how best we can roll out this, if possible, for us all to have a win-win situation. Question is, what do you make of the move by the K.M.A. to restrict the movement of tricycle riders in the CBD or ban tricycle riders from making it to the CBD? So we're talking about the Pragyas and of course the Aboboyas. Our WhatsApp number is 05511119995. Record a voice message and send it in. All right, record a voice message and send it in, and tell us what you make of this K.M.A's transport reorganization, especially the total ban on the movement of tricycles in the CBD. Now we're live on Facebook as I speak. It's on LUV 99.5 FM. That's how you can find us on Facebook. And if you join us on Facebook right now, we've got some videos that we're rolling. We're showing you pertaining to the standoff that took place yesterday in the CBD. I'm told it happened around the race course area. I got pictures of it around 2 or 3 thereabout. And so I called Randy and asked Randy, what is happening? Because I got the pictures from CD, who is right here with me. So we want to see how we can all roll out this and have a win-win situation. So let me start off with you, Randy. What can you tell us about the standoff that took place between security persons and the tricycle riders yesterday? What really happened?
Well, good morning to listeners and viewers. Thank you, Dave, for the opportunity again. I am hoping that after today's discussion, people that called last week and said they did not believe in what we had said to do will start supporting the assembly in our bid to get things done very well in our city. The focus is let's get it done better in our city. Well, last week I was here, as you mentioned, and then we discussed the restrictions that have been put up by the General Assembly. This one, it is like the Parliament of Ghana. So the General Assembly of K.M.A. decided that, yes, we are working on transport reorganization. And our focus has been always on the taxis, the trotros, the long-distance vehicles, the buses, and then the cargo vehicles. And every time we try to implement whatever decision that has been made with respect to these categories. But as I mentioned, on the 29th of April, the General Assembly resolved that the issue of tricycle operation in our country is growing. Okay, and because of that, we must add them to our transport planning and management activities. So in our planning and management, although from the national level it is in our books as illegal for use for commercial purposes, we should add them into our planning and management activities. A few reasons were alluded to this. In the first place, we all know how they operate. Inside the CBD, outside the CBD, on major highways, on routes, streets in our communities, whatever. That is one. The second issue is we are gradually having a situation where congestion is increasing. We have limited the number of taxis and trotros that could be at a location in a station inside the CBD.
You have rolled that one out?
Yes.
How is it going? Is it going well?
Well, at some point in time, it does not really go, and that is why the reorganization thing came up from 1st of September last year when the mayor met them. And we're going to have another meeting with the transport operators on Thursday, just tomorrow. Yes, Thursday at the Prempeh Assembly Hall, 9 a.m. Every interested person should be there. Okay. It is something that the mayor does every quarter with the transport operators. Unfortunately, that of the second quarter delayed because of one or two things that we're planning to get done, and that is it. That's why it's shifted.
Okay. So let's move forward.
For yesterday,
what happened yesterday?
The decision that has been made, we started the restriction on the 24th.
Is it a restriction or a ban?
Total ban on tricycle operations within the. You see, it's the zone that has been carved out. The CBD goes beyond that. That is why we call it the restriction. Okay, they are restricted to the zone that has been earmarked.
So what are the zones?
The zones from here, when you get to Labour, when you try to on getting onto the overhead, okay, you wouldn't go straight on Asafo interchange to A Life and Asada House, but then you take a right. And then you go to Dunkirk,
the Roma Hill
area. Previously, the restriction was at Labour.
And Labour Roundabout.
Yes, it was at Labour
Roundabout. They cannot go straight to.
At first, it was at Labour Roundabout, but after engaging them, it was pulled down a little because their issue was that at least they have a Safu Market, they have Dunkirk that they operate. Can we just bring it a little?
So you brought it forward to where?
To you get to the interchange, you take a right towards Dunkirk, okay, and then you get to Dunkirk. You wouldn't go straight to Central Market, but you turn right towards the Prempeh Assembly Hall. You get to Prempeh Assembly Hall, you will take a right to the Jubilee Park, behind Jubilee Park. You can't go left in front of the Zongo police station. You will take a right behind Jubilee Park, and then you go all the way through Asamasi, and you come to the Alaba area. When you get there, you can't go straight through to Apeja Hines Palace. You would have to go straight up, and then when you get to the junction that comes from the mosque, and you turn left.
So give me a yes or no on this one. You have communicated that to them?
We have communicated that to them severally.
Okay. So what happened yesterday, where we had warning shots and pelting of stones? What happened?
So from where I left the Menshia place, you go straight, you go to the sub-metro office. You would have to turn right and come out of the Swami Road. At the Swami Road, you cannot cross to Zoo. You have to enter the racecourse area and then come out of Bantima. You get to Konfanoche Hospital. You can't come to Cultural Center. You would have to go to Bekwai and about. Come to 4th Junction and then straight to Golden Tulip. You turn left towards K.M.A, but you would have to negotiate right into Abinchi instead of coming in front of K.M.A. So this is the boundary that has been put down. Okay, and so on Monday, the team went to the Alaba area trying to educate them and let them know that you are restricted from coming into this area. We did it for a couple of hours. There was no incidents, and then we came back. We realized that at least the education that we aim at carrying out was working well. Then yesterday we went to the racecourse area, and then we're telling them you cannot continue to Zoo and then to KJTR. You would have to go inside the racecourse. And that is where the people said no.
The operators
said no. And they started resisting. And up to a certain point, my information tells me that somebody came with a tricycle and decided to block. One of the lanes had been taken up by the tricycle operators, with they not being allowed to go in. So the other one, the trotros were and taxis and other.
And which area is it? Racecourse?
No, in front of the racecourse. Okay. So this person comes, and then, well, maybe he's a gang leader, so he comes and then he blocks the other part and says that if we are not going to allow the tricycles to go in, then they are also not going to allow private vehicles. They are not going to allow taxis. They are not going to allow trotro. They are not going to allow anybody else to use that part of the road. We had 2 military men who are part of our security liaison office. So they were the people there. And then they tried talking to my office staff. Because of tomorrow's meeting, I was in the office trying to put some few things together for the meeting. My staff were there, and it was part of the education that we needed to carry.
Are you concerned about the warning shot, the firing of live
I am coming to it. And so they start gathering and gathering and gathering. And then it starts becoming a situation where it's like they were going to defy the orders not to come in. And so from the information I had, the riders started pelting stones. Okay. David, you and I know security personnel, 2 military officers standing at the place and working, and for like an hour or 2, nothing serious happens. There wouldn't be the call for reinforcement unless there is a semblance of danger. Okay. And so when they saw that the numbers had increased and the people had started throwing stones, no trained military or police personnel would, out of no volition, just shoot. I mean, we are human beings. There are situations, but
couldn't we have gone to the scene with rubber bullets?
So they called the reinforcement, and then the reinforcement came in, and then there were warning shots. That's to my knowledge. There were warning shots that were given, and that is what helped to disperse the crowd. As to the nature of the bullet, I don't know. I was not on the field. I've told you earlier.
What's the report you were giving?
That there were warning shots.
But it didn't tell you whether rubber bullets.
You just even drew my attention to it. I did not ask. Okay, but all that I know is security personnel, trained officers, went there, looked at the situation, and then they applied.
Were there arrests made yesterday?
Yes, there were arrests. My information indicates that there were 7 people who were arrested and taken to the central police station, and their leadership were there, and they were speaking to the police officers, trying to.
Okay. Let me involve Sidi in right now. Sidi, what you've heard Randy put across, is that a true reflection of what happened yesterday?
Let me say a very good morning to you and our cherished listeners. You see, what my uncle was saying, I picked some part of what he said that we had it. But some part of what he was saying, nothing like that happened.
What accounts do you have? What happened yesterday?
Good. You see, what happened yesterday was, let me start from what happened on Monday. As he said, on Monday I was there when I had a call that the people came and blocked some portion of the road. So I told my people to stop there. They shouldn't make any noise. I'm on my way coming. So that's why he said it was cool, because I was there.
That was on Monday? On Monday.
Okay. So I quickly got there when my people are trying to say no, they should stop. So when I went there, I met the Edum assembly member. So I asked them to let the road be free so that the people should pass. Because they can't control the situation.
Who can control the situation?
Those, their task force.
The city authorities cannot control the situation.
So I had my video that I was standing in the middle of the road. So I control the traffic that they say our people has created. Then the tension was down. And later on, the people moved to a certain point.
Which people? The city authorities.
Good.
Okay.
So, and I was there and I had a call to, there is some chaos, it's about to, then I rushed to that place and tried to bring everything into the normal situation. So after that, then I was called that the Zongo police station, the commander has ordered some policemen to block the road. And our people are trying to go there and create. I said, no, let me get there. That is when I got there, I was trying to talk to that MTTD commander. But I don't know, she's a little bit not to understand the point that I'm coming. I said, no, you see, the thing is not started yet. We are on education level. So if you say they shouldn't pass yet.
But K.M.A says they have started rolling it out. They're not educating alone. They are doing both, alongside each other. They are educating people and enforcing the ban or restriction of these tricycles in the CBD. They've rolled it out.
The rolling out, that is why I want my uncle to understand. You see, when I went to him, I told him that they should give us some ample of time.
Okay, you went to him when? When did you go to him?
On Monday I was.
That same Monday.
Good.
Okay.
And I told him that, you see, they are plenty.
The riders, the drivers.
Exactly.
There are many. Okay.
Good. And we are, up to now, we are on verbal agreement, even though we are not fully agreed.
What is a verbal agreement?
Good. Every day when we come to you, you say that, oh, this is what I want you to tell our people. And you always tell that, oh, this is what our people also tell us to come and inform you.
So we are not there. What have they told you to tell your people? Let's appreciate that. What is it?
That they should take it in a good faith.
Not to come to the CBD.
Yes.
Okay.
To go back.
Okay.
After the exercise, maybe we can meet at a certain point to consider one or two things. And our people are saying, we are in Ghana. When they say go back, and without any agreement or anything, and you accept to go, you are going forever. You understand? And I told Mr. Randy that let's look at how they did to the trotro and the taxi. When they want to sanitize the system, when they know there were people and this thing, you understand? You gather them, you try to identify the registered people and give them like the sticker. Then later on you start operation. Those who doesn't have the sticker, it means they didn't belong to any
union or association or group.
Good. So you are preventing them from going to the CBD. Then I say, okay, why not doing to us as you did to them?
Now, before we get there, I just want to have a clarity. So, what happened yesterday? Why were gunshots?
Yesterday, when they got there, I had the first call that they are at the MTN roundabout. Then I told my people, okay, I'm coming there to see the situation. So after I finished everything, I was my own way. Then I heard that they are at the race course entering on the entry. So I said, So at the MTN roundabout, what happened? They say, oh, now they left there, they came closer. But that time, you know, that place is already a choked place.
And listeners, please join us on Facebook and get to see visuals, videos of what transpired yesterday between city authorities and Praga riders or the tricycle operators. Please join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. My biggest concern in this whole conversation is the firing of warning shots. That's where my problem really is. Did anybody get injured? From the firing?
The bullet,
no.
For that one, no.
I'm told that we had some arrests made.
Good. Yeah.
Have they been given bail?
Yeah, yesterday around 6.
They are all fine?
Yes, please.
So let's do this. I mean, how many people were arrested? 6 or 7?
9.
9 people were arrested.
Yes.
And they've all been granted bail?
Yes. But some of them are having some little bit injury. That after the arrest, the police personnel beat them bitterly. I showed you the video. You see someone.
I saw some people with injuries on the lips and swollen faces. I cannot attest whether they got those injuries as a result of being beaten by police officers. He's their PRO. He's speaking, but I cannot, independently verify.
So I'm narrating what happened yesterday. Yeah. So the place is already choked. So when you are trying to direct them to divert, they say no. This lane is a double lane. We can't go this side. So let's go that way. And besides, we are not even moving with our motto. It is people that are coming to CBD to do their business. They are taking us there. And you can see that from all the motors that you see, you can see that there are passengers inside.
Did your people, some of your members, did they throw stones at the security? No. They didn't throw stones?
They didn't do that. So when they came there plenty, that is when those guys call for reinforcement.
The police call for reinforcement.
Based on the information I picked. So the reinforcement, the moment they got there, they started beating. Because yesterday when I went to the central, I saw the K.M.A task force people with baranzu, with canes in their hand. So they told him that they started whipping them. So once they are running away and the stones started, because you are caning them to leave the space.
But
then you started firing the warning shots.
Let's do this. So you being the PRO for the tricycle operators, I did it to ask you people call yourselves. Are you aware of this transport reorganization move by the K.M.A to bring sanity, to decongest the CBD? Are you aware of this?
Oh, for that I'm aware.
You have been in meetings with Randy and Co, have you?
Yes, please.
What have they told you?
Yes.
And how come you are resisting it?
What they told us is exactly what Mr. Randy said. But we are not resisting it.
Okay.
We want them, we and the K.M.A to come and agree on a certain point.
And again, forgive me, Sidi. If you join us on Facebook right now, we're showing you some of the injuries, that some of the riders, got yesterday. I mean, they got some injuries as a result of being allegedly assaulted by security persons or city authorities. So if you join us on Facebook, you can see this gentleman with a crack on their head, some having blisters on their backs and all that. Yes, sir. So please go ahead. And that's LUV 99.5 FM on Facebook. Join us there. And drop comments too. You can also share your thoughts with us, send us messages, voice messages actually, to our WhatsApp number 05511111995. Record it. What do you make of this move by the K.M.A to rid the city of congestion? And then they move especially on tricycle operators, where they're saying that it's no more a restriction, but a total ban of tricycle operators in the CBD. They don't want them there. Your thoughts on it? 05511111995 is our WhatsApp number, please. So you've met with the K.M.A.
So we are not trying to prove difficult, but we told them let's start from somewhere. We know you are people who told that there is a law that like the big trucks doesn't have to be within the CDB from
CBD.
Yeah, from a certain time.
6. It is 9 to 6.
9 to 6. Good. But as I'm speaking right now, if like you can send one inside the CBD, you will see a long truck packing offloading things. 1, 2. When you go inside CBD, you will see people selling things on the road.
Yeah.
Not even by the roadside, not even the pavement. Middle of the road. That is 2. 3. When you go, you yourself told us you have identified about 25 illegal toll station, and even there is a law that there shouldn't be any station within the CDB if not inside the new built markets. So then we say, okay, since we have identified these 3 things, let's start from there. we gave you our words. Let's start with the long trucks that parked in day during the
loading and offloading goods and all that, the unapproved transport terminals and all that.
And sellers on the road,
Yeah.
and the 25 illegal stations that we said. Let's start from there. If all this, you wipe all these things out, and still there is chalk in the system, we will do what even you wanted to do for you.
Do you agree that there's a problem that ought to be fixed? One of the problems, aside from the big trucks that are on the road offloading and loading the goods, which of course per the bylaws is not allowed, where we also have the unauthorized bus terminals and all that. Do you agree that you are part of the problem? The tricycle operators are part of the problem?
No.
You don't agree?
Yeah, reason because actually when they say they have identified 25 illegal stations, there is no single station for Pragia in the central business. Pragia doesn't even stop. If you stop, if you park here, you won't get work to do. We move around always. Whilst moving, someone will stop you, take me to this place. You drop the person, then you start moving. We move around. So I move around. How can I cause traffic in the system?
So Randy, give me some clarity on this. They are saying that they didn't throw stones, but the intelligence that I picked yesterday was that they threw stones, and he is also saying that some of them were caned. Any information on that
the
to share?
cane that caused the throwing of the stones.
Okay, so there was stone throwing.
Yeah,
Randy, hold on for me.
I said, as you say, the moment the reinforcement people came, we started. No, they came with canes.
And once they were caning your people
to leave.
And then they threw stones.
No, the stone. As I'm sitting here, I asked them. They say they are not the ones who threw the stones.
So who threw the stones?
That's why I can't.
So but also stone throwing. But also stone throwing.
Maybe the market people that also didn't feel ease at the same.
But Randy, have you had engagements with them? Have you heard from them what they also think can be done to make the situation workable and acceptable by all?
David, every opportunity that I get to speak on radio, I say this, that if there is any group, if there is anybody who feels that he or she has not been engaged with respect to this transport reorganization exercise, the person should come to the K.M.A. The coordinating director is there. He will give us the opportunity to engage. Sidi sitting here said Monday he came to my office. Did he come on his own or I called him? I called him like 2 or 3 times before he came. I called him because when I got to know that they had gone to Zongo police station and they were talking, I received a call. I heard them speaking and I said, can you tell them to come to me? My contact was Kevin. I waited for some time. No call came. So I called back and asked whether they have his contact.
Whose contact?
City's contact.
Okay.
Or the people that came there, whether they have their contact. And then they gave me his contact. And then I called him. And I told him that who I am. And then I asked that if he could come for us to, because seriously speaking, K.M.A. office is known. But your activities, it's not known by anybody.
Okay, but you take levies from them. Don't you take levies from them?
David, the revenue aspect, it's not part of my work. But I wouldn't. But you
take revenue from them. You say you don't recognize them. Yet you take revenue from them.
You take revenue until he went to the office. I didn't know he was a PRO. Okay,
but
he is saying
staff knows me before.
Fine.
He said he does not know you.
No,
yes.
The convener knows me.
Very well, fine.
Yes.
But when I got to know about you being there, I picked the number. I called you once. You said you were coming. I called the second time. You said there was an issue somewhere, and then I called again.
Gentlemen, let's do this. Randy, hold on for me. Randy, why don't we find a win-win situation?
That is what we are looking at.
Maybe you have good. Let's say you have good intentions, but why don't you engage with these people, with their leadership? and then get their buy-in before you roll it out. Now you roll it out, you don't have their full commitment to it. You are using brute force along the line. Is that the best approach to this whole thing?
David, I am naturally an advocate for attitudinal change when it comes to some of these things. You can force the horse to a river. You can't force it to drink. And you can put the best of enforcement team in town. The enforcement team wouldn't be in town forever. And so I am personally against the use of brute force, but appeal to people's conscience to do the right thing, because that is more sustainable in our enforcement activities. We engaged them from the 29th of April that the assembly members mentioned, and he's saying it that he knows my transport subcommittee convener. He has met the different groups severally. When it happened that we needed to meet formally, we wrote the letter and we just put on top of it to whom it may concern, because we do not know you in our books. Okay? And when we did that, it was him and then the Edum assembly member who took the letters and then went round and gave it to identifiable people who say they are into tricycle operations. When we met them the first time at the mayor's conference room, I was the one that led the discussion. The guy you came with said he was there on the first day. They even told us that Techiman and other places, there are locations that tricycle operators don't go there. So personally,
there is no location like that. It is only on the highway, which I explained to you.
If it is on the highway, then there's a place in Techiman that tricycles don't. Please let me finish. Let me finish. You told us that in Techiman there are places the tricycle operators don't go there. That is what Techiman people sat and agreed on. Kumasi Assembly has sat now and agreed on certain locations.
Randy,
why don't you go through this? And then now that the door is open, that I know you have your number. Yesterday, the meeting that we're going to have with the transport operators, the taxi structurers, and then the rest, we're going to have a forum, the quarterly meeting that I sent a copy to you.
Randy,
I did it myself.
Randy.
And so why don't you stand on this and say that my people, you came to my office, look, this is my notepad, he's holding copies. That shows that he really came to my office.
Randy, let me ask you, Randy, indulge me. Sorry, indulge me. CD, hold on for me. You have rolled out this. It's been met with some challenges. First of all, give me a yes or no answer to this question. Okay. Is it restrictions or a total ban in the CBD?
From what the general...
Is it a ban or a restriction?
It's a restriction.
No.
Before you said ban, now you say restriction. I'm confused.
Because I don't know what you mean by that. From
ban meaning a total...
They are not supposed to operate within the... So it's a ban. Thank you very much. So thank you. 24 hours.
No business in the CBD.
The meeting that was held last Friday.
Hold on for me. So they have no business in the CBD.
Yes.
Fine. Now they are saying that under the circumstance, why don't you say, for example, listen, between the hours of so and so, don't come.
And that is what he said. Can we start from somewhere?
Is this something you can consider?
It's applicable. We can start from somewhere. And that is what he said. Can we start from somewhere? The somewhere is now the various unions and associations and groups within the Fragia and Adedita, the tricycle business, are coming out for us to see and know them.
Okay.
So that is a good start.
So it's a workable thing.
The only thing is that you said about only 20% of the people who are registered as your member union. So what happens to the other 80%? And that is why we are educated. Now that you have the 20, excuse me, CD, let me finish. Now that you have the 20%, there is a rule that has been set out. You get your people to obey the rule, and then you come to the complaints committee and you tell them that yes, we have obeyed the rule, but there are other recalcitrant people that are not. So can you identify us, give us stickers, give us this, give us conditions, and then we'll pay. And then
does that work for you? Does that work for you?
Does that work for you?
Is it acceptable?
Does it work for
you? So I'm asking the question. So is that acceptable for you?
Let me tell you, this that is saying, this is what we propose. That
you propose this when?
Since our the starting of this negotiation.
Okay.
But we told you that. But before that, there is one thing that we are not agreeing on. That is, we should go out entirely before since it is banned.
Okay.
If it is banned, does it mean that when you go out, is there any negotiation after the ban is banned?
Your problem is if they go ahead with the ban, your concern you can
ask him one question that he didn't answer. I want him to answer today.
Which question?
You know those people with shops inside the CBD, they own some of the motors that they have their drivers. They have their horses outskirts.
Don't continue. Yesterday in my office, 3 different people came there, okay, and then one of them even came with one of the tricycles and came to tell me that they have a shop, I think, opposite the A-Life. That's at a Doom inside, and then they have a bigger one at Abinchi, and they move the people from the shop to this area until we brought this up. We didn't know. So what I told him is, within the next week or 2, there is very little that we can do. All that I can tell him is that within, let's say, 2 weeks, where we see that, there is sanity. I don't want to use that word, but there's a certain sanity in the system. We will all sit down and agree that these ones belong to these shop owners, like his people. Okay, you are well identified. You are in a group. You have been given certain training. You have this, you have that. Okay, when the assembly decides that,
so there's room for discussion.
Big room. Before I called him.
Before I even pick my first call, your people who were arrested yesterday, were they charged?
No.
I hear you.
You see, so
let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to the phone lines now. 0322083596, 0322083597, and 0322083598. You can call us and share your thoughts on the matter. You can also decide to send us voice messages to 05511119995. We lost a lawyer question on the line. All right, so lawyer question, you can call us back. We can hear you. Good morning, Kofi, and welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Bernie. You see, listening to the conversation this morning, K.M.A still has a problem. The way and manner they want to go about this thing will continue to create kiosk, as it was witnessed yesterday. Look, you asked the man, have you met a CD, and have you listened to their concerns? All that he said was that I called him 3 times before. You called him 100 times and he came. What did you discuss with him? CD has said that they have 3 issues. He has said it continuously there, repeatedly. And the K.M.A person does not have anything to say about what CD has said. And so it means that they have made up their minds. They are not going to listen to what the Prague people are going to say. And if this is what they are going to do, then we will witness more problems. Why don't you listen to them and then, as Cindy said,
so Kofi is talking for more engagement. Thank you very much, Kofi.
And we are open to engagement.
Edu say good morning.
The government.
Yes, good morning, Dave. I think that what has happened is only a repetition of things that have gone on in the past. You see, authorities in Ghana think that once they are in authority, they can bully everybody. I don't necessarily agree with some of CD's positions, but I think that the authorities should understand that laws are made for people. And unless you consult, a lot of laws are made that in the end is found not to be in tune with the practical issues. See, these are the people who operate the Pragia, and you haven't consulted them enough. The fact that you call somebody and, you need to sit down with the people, explain to them where you are coming from, and listen to their issues so that you make the laws together. You don't do these things and then expect that by the next day everybody should understand. You see, education is the key, and this is why the law has something that is called Buntum Flumen laws that are not followed by anybody. The man in the studio who is from K.M.A should not bully the CD guy with his verbose English. He should listen to their concerns, try to at least persuade them, let them buy into the idea.
So what Edu said is also saying that there should be more engagement. But Edu, what did he say the law was? The thing you mentioned, it is Buntum what?
Buntum Fullman.
Buntum Fullman.
For example, Akufo-Addo, who is the president of Ghana, His Excellency says tomorrow that nobody should sleep with his wife. Nobody will follow this law. That's what we call Buntum Fullman. Law.
We've learned it. And Abdul Karim, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Dave.
Yes, boss. Abdul Karim, let's say, boss.
Please, I'm sorry, where I am, there is some noise there, so let me just make it quick. I'm also a Pragya rider, and to my knowledge, so can the K.M.A. do something like a sticker for us, the Pragya and those who are riding the Abubuya? If you are not having that sticker, you can come to the CB. And they should put some measures. Don't do this, don't do that. So that if only you can follow it, fine. If you can't follow it, you can't come there. But what they are doing for us not to be coming there every day to be bringing problems in the town. So please, I'm just bringing my thoughts on that one.
Abdul Karim, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. 0322083596, 0322083597, 0322083598. You can also call us and share your thoughts on this transportation reorganization move by the K.M.A. that brought a standoff yesterday with gunshots being fired as warning shots. Hassan is calling us from the abattoir. Hassan, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm well, sir. Good to have you.
Good morning to the two gentlemen at your studio. To be very honest with you, K.M.A. don't even understand what they are trying to roll out. And they don't know the gravity of what they are doing. When you come to Ababu, Akrom, Niwa, and other places around Ababu, even from Boko, Tamale, every single part of northern region, you will see people trooping into Ashanti region to have this pragya for source of living or income to take care of the families in the house. We are not saying that they should come and misbehave in the city, but I'm telling you, we are very grateful with this pragya thing that came into the system. You see, there was some people or our brothers around our communities who were very, very aggressive and violently, honestly speaking. So when this pragya thing comes, honestly, we don't even hear anything of them. They are working. They are having a sort of living. They wake up every single morning and go around and work and come back to home. And we have so much peace.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's speak to two callers, and then we'll go on to our voice messages on WhatsApp. First of all, George is on. Hi, George. Good morning.
Good morning, David, and how are you?
I'm well, George. Thanks for asking, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you, David. You see, these K.M.A. people, they must give the Pragya people human face. David, we are not in on a banana land. We are not in a banana land. So they should be careful. We are those that they are beating up. They are the ones who voted them into power. So they should engage them. They cannot send police to be beating people. David, they will force us to also arm ourselves. You see? That is why the Palestinians are angry, and if the Israelis are coming, they are also using stones to meet them. So if the people are angry, the police and the army cannot contain. So they shouldn't use force. We gave them the power. They didn't take the power by force. So they shouldn't force us into doing anything that will bring harm to this country.
George, I hear you. Thank you very much. And I don't condone the use of force and the use of the warning shots as well. Let's speak to Jacob Zuma. I don't know whether the former South African president, but there's a Jacob Zuma on the line. Jacob Zuma, good morning. Oh, we lost him. So let me try another person. Hi, good morning.
Please, good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
Yes, please. I'm also a Pragya rider.
Okay.
And I operate at Edum. And I was part of the squad. There was a time where my members, or let me say my leaders, went to the K.M.A. and in the discussion there was mentioning you, the Pragya riders, you are NDC. All of you are NDC, so you have to be banned. To be honest, this I heard it with my own ears. What is the use of that? And right now that I'm talking to you, I have been at home, brother, for about 3 years, didn't to go to university. With the help of this prayer, I'm now completing my education. I'm now in the final year. So if you ban this thing, and I operate at Edum, if you say I shouldn't come Edum, why would I just want to complete my education?
I hear you, sir. I hear you, sir. Thanks very much for calling. Somebody was asking, and that's what you're doing for the ones, the transport unions that are available. You give them stickers so they can operate. For the ones that are the Wawa, you don't give them stickers. Am I right?
Yes.
So the question is, why don't you give these riders who belong to unions stickers so they can also come to the CBD?
David,
hold on for me, thank you.
Are you the one who gives?
Oh, Randy, come on.
So David, I bet to say this. I don't know whether when we are explaining, people listen to us. I said, for the taxis, for the trotros, for the cargos, for the long distance vehicles, they are operating under unions, and these unions are known by the assembly. CD says he has a Pragia union. He has never written to the assembly for us to get to know that you exist.
To be recognized.
So
write to them.
So David, whatever
write to them.
my advisors on air were saying, they did not listen to what I said. We brought in
Randy,
tricycle.
If they write to you right now that they have a union, well registered, well recognized, would you give them stickers?
We will go through standards, we will go through processes, and then we will give them the opportunity to operate.
Very well.
Because we know they are filling a certain void. But currently, as we speak, the assembly says within this area.
Did you throw them to them as an option?
David,
you suggested you throw that to them as an option.
Tell his colleague that met me in my office. He came to my office with a colleague. He was there when we had the very first meeting. During that very first meeting, we mentioned this because we do not know you. You know this tricycle thing, it's so interesting. It's happening like this today. But way back in 2018, as part of my work plan for the year, we had it on to engage the tricycle operators.
We are ending on this note that if they come to you and write to you that they are a recognized union, you consider to give them stickers.
We will deal with them and based on decision the assembly.
But until then, when they should not enter the city.
They should not enter.
What I will plead with you is that don't use force.
The chaos will continue.
Listen, Sidi, do me a favor. Sidi, do me a favor.
Listen to him. Listen to him. When you finish, you ask your question.
You see, currently in this country, because of our political dimension, I ask you when we met that this exercise, how sustainable do you see?
Forget about the sustainability of it. Sidi, listen to me. Sidi,
by the end of
Sidi, listen to me. He says write to them. If write officially to them and nothing comes out of it, then we can take this one up. So let's do this.
When he said that
KFC dropped the price. KFC dropped the price. So you don't have to drop your favorite meal. Enjoy the delicious streetwise too for only 39 Ghana cedis at your nearest KFC restaurant. Limited time, unlimited goodness. KFC, it's finger licking good. Now at this point in time, we'll be bringing to you voice messages as people have sent some in. Let's listen to one or two or three, and then we'll take it from there. Please go on, Leo.
David, good morning. My name is KB. With respect to the standoff between the Pragias, the Aboboyas, and the K.M.A. I want to ask this question. Before any project or any decision is making or the directive is being let's say executed, may I ask if they solicit the advice? Do they have a meeting with them? Or they just bump on them with that policy? Ghana, this is what we are doing at K.M.A Ghana Intimate Koso. We were there before you realized there will be a new directive. Without sensitizing people, without conscientizing people, without educating people, without informing people about it.
Those are some of the thoughts of listeners. I think we can share a little more, and then we'll call it a day. So let's listen to this one.
Good morning, Dave. I think this is good idea because these tricycle riders are very causing nuisance in the town. If you are going to some place and there is traffic, they don't mind joining the queue. They want to bypass any car that is in front. You don't know where they were going. And they think the road or the town belongs to them. So I support the K.M.A. 100%.
All right, so at least we can play one more, and then we'll call it a day here.
Dave, good morning and good morning to your listeners. They should allow them to do their work. Look at what the traders have taken over the street. Trade, what have they done to them? They haven't done anything. They allow people to trade on the street. That's supposed to be a pedestrian way. And you are telling the Pragia people that they should not come to Edum. They should not come to Edum. How do they expect them to go?
All right, so the argument is this: in as much as you are tackling the Praga riders, and you are firing warning shots and arresting them, those who are also offloading and loading at the wrong time of the day, people who are operating from unapproved terminals, and those who are selling on the streets, deal with them too.
David, there's an open forum tomorrow. I've told you about it.
Yeah,
you have an idea as to the general program that we have.
For the laundry drop off, the grocery pickup, the lunch sit down, or the tank fill up, when asked cash or card, it's always card for me. I switched from cash to card, and I'm happy with it. For all my payments, I use MasterCard. You can do same, and you'd enjoy the convenience of using MasterCard for your payments. Now, what is your preferred, color of tank? Red, blue, green, yellow? Listen, Syntex has it. What guarantee do you want? Syntex has it. What kind of inner layer are you looking for? Is it double, triple, quadruple? Well, as many inner layers as you want, Syntex has it too. So remember, no matter your water needs, Syntex has it. Syntex tank, are you strong? Are you tough? Now, they have over 300 agents nationwide, and to order a tank, all you need to do is to call 0244 335 168. Visit Syntex on social media at Syntex Ghana, or you can shop online at www.syntexgh.com. Syntex, Syntex tank, strong, tough. All right, so let me tell you about the Institute of Distance Learning, KNUST. They are announcing that application e-vouchers for admission into diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate programs through the distance learning mode are now on sale. Diploma program on offer include architectural technology, business administration, information technology, and many more. The undergraduate programs on offer also include business administration with 7 options, quantity surveying and construction economics, construction technology and management, and many more. The Institute of Distance Learning also has several postgraduate programs on offer in the following areas: education, sciences, and business. You can use the short code *477*160# to buy the e-voucher for application. Applicants can also purchase online application e-voucher from GCB Bank, EcoBank, or Consolidated Bank Ghana and apply online. Now, for further inquiries, you can visit idl.com.edu.gh, or you can call 0247 274 661 or 0500 482 885 or 050 1102 650. You can also follow them on social media platforms, that's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and LinkedIn at IDL KNUSC. KNUSC IDL, providing flexible and quality education at your doorstep. Now, Zest Consult is also here. I've got some great information to share with Zest Consult. Now, have you been searching for the best place for your IELTS, your SAT, and your GRE tuition to make your study, scholarship, and job acquisition abroad come true? Then look no further. Zest Consult is the number one place for you. Zest Consult has taught over 5,000 individuals to pass the IELTS, SAT, and GRE. Over 3,000 nurses, midwives, and other workers have passed their IELTS through them to work in the UK and USA. Now, some have also used the IELTS to also apply for schools outside the country. A number of students have also acquired scholarships through Zest Consult to study abroad for their undergraduate and postgraduate programs through their SAT and GRE tuition. Now, they can help you study in the UK, USA, Germany, Australia, China, and other places, even under scholarship. Zest Consult is also into real estate services. Now, they assist in the selling or buying of buildings and litigation freelance. Locate Zest Consult at Kumasi Cultural Center at the Chemso near Kumasi Airport Runabout. You can find their second office there. Contact Zest Consult by calling 0555 631 633 or 050 9092 330. Zest Consult. Excellence is their hallmark. Now we'll be joining the feed for a conversation on the Super Morning Show in a bit. And the conversation is on the Bank of Ghana recording a loss of 60.8 billion Ghana cedis in the 2022 fiscal financial year. But before we do that, is your car experiencing electrical and mechanical problems? Do you want your air conditioners repaired at the best price and quality? Kumasi Auto Detail is here for you. Now at Kumasi Auto Detail, their Ghanaian and international engineers are there to provide you with services such as general repairs, injection services, tire services, engine and gearbox management, vacuuming, AC gas refilling and flashing, as well as computer diagnostics. If a car part is not available, Kumasi Auto Detail can order from our side. Within a week, you can get the part for your car to be fixed. Also, you can relax at their reception and watch your car being fixed on a CCTV monitor. The good news is they provide warranty after sales. Locate Kumasi Auto Detail opposite Unity Oil, Malcolm Road, Durban, next to Ennis Hybrid School. Email them by using Kumasi autodetail at yahoo.com, and you can call them on 0559717034 or 02579774433. At this point in time, we've got some messages for you, after which we'll join the Super Morning Show feed for that conversation.
Giant one say room. Send your ones who won't jai a favorite streetwise 2 million. Cause wanna enjoy with delicious streetwise 2. I 39 Ghana cedis in pesos here. I will KFC restaurant at Benwubia. Whoop delivery sir. Send me hi. I call your WhatsApp number 0551 711 711. And our friend 0308 25 1000. The place will order says here. A limited time for unlimited goodness. KFC. A finger licking good.
Hey, you ever buy credits where you get up to 20% of your money back before? Make I tell you about Vodafone's demo promo. See, anytime you recharge a demo, you get up to 20%, whether it be short code or your Vodafone cash wallet, or you don't use credit transfer to your number or someone else. And now you be high tech, so you don't use my Vodafone app or any payment app. However you do, Vodafone go send you up to 20% cash back. Into your Vodafone cash account. We'll reload here. But then you enter. Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promo. And receive 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Daffy's or human you. Daffy's or human feminine mischancy. A massable so many so Emma. Ye bui and sayente ya ubia. A san siesi man cassa. Daffy abusiana ekese. In tear their mouth for comfort and new panel. Daffy's shower gel. And poor na money. You want to dear and a cocoa dear. What did Jaria and my natural look?
Mensu de misu Daffy's feminine cleanse and a capsules ne CSM. And my main think carboni be a me Jimmy who dear and cassa.
Daffy Nupano. And what dance here be Daffy sana. About my yenina.
Open the did with Duffy's Health and Beauty Ewo East Legon American House Kumasi so ye bank tech hospital enye map him for
FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
You provide the fire.
Daily focus on your superstation Love 99.5 FM is giving you an opportunity to start your day right with anointed men of God. Tune in daily at 5:15 a.m. and be blessed. Be edified with Joel Osteen on Monday.
Just because it seems like God is too late doesn't mean that He's not going to come through. Don't be impatient for Him to act. Keep believing, keep praying, and every blessing that belongs to you will show up.
Receive the word with Reverend Eric Ajay Bediako of New Life City Chapel, Buokrom, every Tuesday.
Anytime the Holy Ghost comes to dwell in your heart, He produces His nature in you. And so you that some time ago you were whatever, you begin to have desires for holy things in your life.
On Wednesday, make a date with His Word, His power, and His presence with Reverend Victor Osei, General Overseer of Family Chapel International.
One thing you should never allow in your life is for people to take you for granted. Go where you are celebrated and not where you are simply tolerated.
Live a relevant life every Thursday with Reverend David Seth Kwanzaa, head pastor of Mid-Country Chapel, Amoko.
No matter what chances you have lost, opportunities you have lost, God is able to restore them. Who is this God that can cause something to come out of Nazareth?
And on Friday, Reverend Simon Ampofo of Grace Fields Chapel comes your way with Word Explosion.
You are blessed in your going out and blessed in your coming in, even now and forevermore.
Daily focus on Love FM. Start your day right with a word from God.
Makion Restaurant, continental and local dishes. Ediani Papa Fie, Kupedia Bowunsa. Makion Restaurant, continental and local dishes. Ediani Papa Fie, Kupedia Bowunsa.
Makion Catering Services, ye nimu fritete, eduane pa, ema hode. Wedi die wieno, na wenum so da ho, na die kumi krane se, ebono dafo. Makion Hotel, nsubama bibiada, amu wenya hoto, fully air conditioned, free Wi-Fi, and a conference hall with modern gadgets. Upewe na upedie. Makion Restaurant, nsubecha door-to-door services. Sheshe Makion Services, ewu Kumasi Asukwa, anase audio. Makion ni, na ufon sunye. Fre omu ewa matrofo iso, 0322-496-249, anase 0244-417-446. Makion Services, 7 is what we are. Ubedia Bonsano. Ubedia Bonsano.
My name is Nanama McBrown. Many people think I get what I want anytime because I am popular. No, that is not true. It is because me and Kasano, I like the best, and when I find it, I stick to it. I have found Bell Pack Tea Roll, and I'm stuck with it. It is soft but not weak, strong but not hard. It is just perfect. Bell Pack Tea Roll is smooth and gentle on the skin. Same as Bell Pack Kitchen Towel. It cleans in one wipe. You can soak, squeeze, and clean again. One Bell Pack Kitchen Towel lasts longer and saves you money. It's time you switch to Bell Pack today and experience the perfect paper tissue. Say pocket tissue, table napkins, tea roll, and a kitchen towel. Bell Pack is simply the best. Bell Pack, just perfect.
To be a Bell Pack distributor, call 055-11-44400. Another quality product from Bell Aqua.
So good like Bell Pack.
Aji, mensa ye titiri na ayami yaka ho. Doctor say me BP ni me sugar nyina kwosoro.
Die wuhia ne Amuzu garlic bitters.
Amuzu garlic bitters.
Ane Amuzu garlic bitters. Ewo herbal shop bia. Amafwe! Yeah! Media sambisa na mo. Eti emratia no. Munu hwan pa na tumi hwe na mo bodom pe mo man yakono. Eye kwabna. Na mumu hwan so na tumi tasmale ma yɛ nyina de. Eye kojo. Enu kro. Kobre tumi hwe na bodom pe mo sense o yusu president eba. Aye den aban ne do braye. Mo si eti na mo ban na sem ma na hoɔde ne. Sa! Ani na kudwo nso yusu president chako. Na enu ne de e ma wo se wo ye kregen fita. Na watimi asiri my mother feel you. Pepsodent Eba and a Pepsodent Taco. A baby, you're gonna natural.
Wow! Rakofi, Pusilian Fair. Would you amount them have bright? Unyanway.
A interface plaster board ceiling. And I'm dear Bommy Demua. A Tijasano. And to where the dance for and a more ceiling. What you mean? Interface plaster board ceiling. And I'm on Famu Demu. The Romu Demo. I have first one cobra. So the interface plaster board ceiling. About Demua. And my Demo Yafe. Ne sounds with chair. A interface limited. And a deaba. Bomadia. Now from 0274 999999. And I call website www.interfacelimited.com.
They try to pull me down, but still the boy is going out. In the name of Jehovah, I know them all go shy. Showing them something they don't know. We started at the what was on to Boko Bongo, every condo. Now we shaku for Zongo. Never they carry last. Never they carry last. Never ever. Never they carry last. Never queen Angela, no evil if you die for this. If you throw me stones, I go rock with it. Throw me bomb and I blow with it. Definitely with good company. I can be that king in another man's city, oh yeah.
Yes, and it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning right here on Love 99.5 FM. And this morning we had a discussion. We just had a discussion on, the ban on Pragya in the central business district of, the beautiful city. And yesterday there was a little bit of fracas between security operatives of K.M.A. and then operators of the Pragya tricycles. And Randy and Sidi was in here to come and give us an account of what happened.